Trang has hosted over 350 stays, averaging 4.97 star rating overall. Wow. Trang, thank you so much for joining us today. Let's begin with your sharing a little bit about your background and experience.
Hi, Harris. Thank you so much for having me. I am from Toronto, Canada. I've been hosting for a year and a half, and currently I'm hosting 6 different properties between arbitrage deals, co-hosting, as well as owned.
What is necessary to really ensure that that guest is having a great experience and is going to turn around and really tell the world, hey, this is an
Yeah,
awesome place to stay?
I think a lot of hosts need to have the customer's first mindset, even though a lot of times our egos get in the way. It's like, I own this property, it's my baby, I decorated it, I did everything, and you come in here, you have the audacity to tell me it's not good when I've hosted 50 guests, everyone said it's amazing. It's okay. At the end of the day, it's a numbers game, right? You host 100 guests, you have 2 3 Karens, it's gonna make or break your day, but it's okay, it's part of the game. The more you host, the more you're going to get comfortable with dealing with people. And the reason why I was able to get a very high rating is because I literally take every feedback, whether I'm like, this guest is so annoying, I can't handle her, but every single feedback I get, I action it right away. So instead of getting offended, you kind of turn it around saying, you know what, I want to create a perfect property. So if you fix a problem, it won't reoccur. I don't let my pride get in the way. The customer comes first means to me increased revenue. I only care about the bottom line. How do I get there?
There's a school of thought that says hosts should really take the time to carefully vet any prospective guest.
I have to put myself in the customer's point of view. If I were to book a place and I needed to adhere to 50 rules, that scares me away. I'm like, I'm not booking with this person because I'm on vacation. I'd like to enjoy my vacation. I'd like to be stress free. If I need to be stressed, I'll go back to work or, in a situation where I can't control. Like I mentioned, it's a numbers game. If you host 100 guests, you're going to have 3 crazy guests. That's like still 95% success rate. That's okay, right? So what I would say is that it depends on your comfort level, but let's just take a step back and put ourselves into the guest perspective. And the second co-host that I helped, for example, there was a family that had 3 dogs and a big family. He's like, nope, I don't want to host them because the dogs are going to make a mess. It sounds like a big mess. I'm like, listen, this is, $2,000 on the line you're going to say no to. We need to make that revenue, right? If they make a mess, that's okay because I feel safe hosting because Airbnb has that host protection, damage protection, so we can always make a claim. So either way, we're going to be protected, right? And we ended up taking a risk on the guest, and they were perfect. They left the place in great condition.
Have you ever been burned, though, with letting kind of a guest who might look like a potential red flag to another host, but you said, all right, we'll roll the dice? And if so, kind of briefly what happened and how was that process working with Airbnb in terms of filing that claim and getting reimbursed?
Yeah, so I can think of a situation. It was a guest where I had a feeling that they would make a mess. So I took deposit from them. They did have kids, lots of kids that ran around with empty diapers. So the kids, I guess, peed all over the place, everywhere. You got like piss stains on the sofa, on the bed. You get these guests, but again, like it's like that 5%, right? And I did take a deposit, so I kept the deposit, and then I also claimed it. So we got $2,000 payout because of all the damages. So it is possible as long as you follow the process, right? There is that chance that the guest may create a mess, but at the same time, you have that protection from Airbnb as long as you follow the process of showing the evidence, showing within visibility in the chat, showing photos, showing timestamps, showing from invoices from your cleaners and your maintenance team, then you will get reimbursed because as long as you back yourself up.
Trying any kind of final words of wisdom for a host who's really just looking to up level that guest experience and try to start seeing more of those just 5-star, 5-star, 5-star reviews?
Yeah, I think it goes back to having that hospitality mentality. Like, if you look at the best hotels in the world, how they do it, adapt what they are doing best, which is hospitality, putting the customer first and setting your ego aside, right? And not being afraid to accept new guests without experience doesn't mean that they're bad. It's just that's how the revenues can grow year to year. It's because you're accepting new, you widen your pool of customer base. So just don't think about pigeonhole yourself and think about like, oh, this person's risky. Put yourself in the big picture. You're growing your business. You need new clients, right? And at the end of the day, that's I think that's very important to have that mindset, that like customers first mindset, and put your ego aside. And the other thing I do want to mention is that it's not about creating a band-aid solution to your properties. What's more important is create a property from the get-go that guest will experience a 5-star, right? Don't do it half effort and then fix all these problems, right? Do it right the first time, and then the property will speak for itself. It will create a 5-star experience. That's how that's what I would do, that like starting from the ground up. Yeah.
Excellent. That is terrific advice. Thank you so much for taking a little time from your day to share this with me and with all these other hosts. Thank you, Trang. For those who wish to connect directly with Trang one-on-one to get guidance from her in the form of paid coaching, you can just head on over to SnipSnap, URL shown, and book time with her. Trang, thank you again. And until next time, happy hosting all.
Thank you, Harris. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.